Welcome back, guys. So in the last video we went through and coded up this router.js file for navigation. Today we are going to work on this login container that we discussed in the last video. So it's going to be quite a bit. We're also going to do some styling or get it started. So we're going to go through this, and I'm going to intentionally make some mistakes and go back or make some part of the code that really doesn't make sense for it to be there later on in the series. And that's all part of me trying to also teach you how to figure things out, how to make your code more efficient and easier to read or more understandable. So without further ado, let's get started. What I want you to do is go to your containers folder. You should have made that, and this is not the right folder, but go to your containers folder here, and there's nothing in there. And I want you to make a new folder and call it users. I'm going content, form, item, input, icon, button. You see I have OCD, so text, label, view, and we're going to import all this from native base. So those are all the elements from native base we're going to use in our app. And next thing we're going to import is URL from, and we're going to go up 3 folders because that's where we're going to keep this file. API constants, you'll find out what that is, but it's a file that we'll have to make. Import all as API from, and these are all the API endpoints that we have, I believe. And then we're going to import field Redux form from Redux form. So that's a lot done already, actually. Let's call it a day and get a beer. Even though it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. And lastly, we're going to import styles from styles, which we just made. Okay, so that's that. Let's see, what do we have next? So after that, let's just create this class. And we create it just like how we created all the other things in the router. We do this class extends component. So we're going to do export default class login container extends type properly component, and we're going to put a constructor in there. This is the first thing that will run when we get to this class. I'm going to do super props, and we're going to have one state set, and this is going to be is ready false. And that's it for the constructor. And what we're also going to have is we're going to have a component did mount. So this is basically React Native thing where we run whatever is in this function when the component mounts. So load fonts, and this is going to be async function, async load fonts. And we're going to do await expo font load async, and then we're going to put in here roboto require native base fonts roboto.tff ttf, makes sense, and roboto medium require native base fonts with capital F roboto medium.ttf. And then we're going to set this state this set state is ready true. Let's make it more prettier by giving them some spacing in between. So what this load fonts function does is, it's an expo thing. Oh man, my back hurts. But basically what I found was when I was coding this and I was loading the app, I would get an error like about this fonts thing, and this async load fonts function fixed that for me. So we just keep it there in order to get rid of that error. And I don't know if we're gonna keep this, but it's on my commits, so we're just gonna do it on Facebook login because we're gonna handle Facebook login. This props Facebook login user. We're just gonna keep that function there to remind us to handle Facebook login at a later point. We're not gonna do it now, but at a later point. So